Once Andersson says, I'm not signing an extension, you can trade me, but I'm going as I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
That teams decided, I don't like our chances to re-sign this player, and I'm not going to pay this. I'm not going to give up these assets
for a rental.
So are we concerned at all about the wellness of the league in that regard?
No.
So you're okay with the Dodgers?
Well, I don't think we have that issue in hockey. The Dodgers payroll would be probably 8 times the lowest payroll in baseball. And you have a floor in the NHL that probably keeps you within 70%.
So not a direct comparison, but haves and have-nots.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that as much.
Okay.
I think I understand.
Not a topic.
No, hey, look,
but it seems like it is half.
I think that there's reason to be fearful of it, but I also think that when every team's in a spot to spend, they will. Like, I don't worry about the Buffalo Sabres making the playoffs this year and being like, wow, we got to cut some payroll next year. Like, I think they will.
The point,
then who's a have-not if it's not Buffalo?
Well, the Flames.
Yeah, but you're referring to it differently.
Well, he said Dodgers, so I'm assuming you're talking about like haves and have-nots, not like.
Oh boy.
Like
Rasmus, so you don't
has
think
never
there's
been
a
a free
standard
agent.
out there right now that Vegas and some of the Vegas specifically.
Yeah,
we talked about it yesterday.
Yeah,
they're the hot broad in the bar,
are.
and when they walk in, everyone wants to go talk to her.
Yeah,
Did you say hot
But-
broad?
we did. Yeah, maybe different words.
Is that rude?
But the hot broad's going to get old, and there'll be another hot broad in 5 years. It's not Vegas. I mean, they've done an incredible job.
She's
through their
pretty hot. Like,
really hot right now.
She might be hot for a bit.
Like this, we're talking Cindy Crawford, Coca-Cola commercial. Like this is peak hot right now, but that doesn't last forever. Everything's cyclical.
Okay, I love you for how you move conversations along.
Yeah,
but his point is that there's just some teams that
Boston can't get Rasmus Andersson because they know they can't compete with Vegas in signing him.
if not in general, then certainly it seems like with this player.
yeah. And look, if you traded me, you could trade him to Boston.
Okay. So anyway,
If you're months away from free agency, the player's right is to wait.
Understand that point already. You've told us it for over a year. You can't even just say that, yes, it might be a concern, or this is the reason why. I mean, you're trying to give it a reason it's not, but it's not in the right context, which is important.
Absolutely, Vegas is the place to be right now. Absolutely, Florida is the place to be right now. Am I worried about that being a long-term thing? No. In the sense that nobody wanted to play in Florida 10 years ago. Nobody. They couldn't recruit flies. And nothing changed except they started winning and got a competent owner. So that's what every team should try to do.
There's no way that people are going to sign in Buffalo over Florida, ever. The tax situation alone is of enough consequential value that Buffalo can't keep up. They have to pay significantly more. If it's $100 million cap, Rasmus Andersson has to get 12 in Buffalo.
but what if they're winning?
Even if they're winning.
But I'll throw it. What about when Detroit?
They got everyone.
Right? Detroit they were a juggernaut. They were winning the Hall of Famers. Guys were going there.
No salary cap.
Yeah, and then they paid more. So we're saying the same thing. Yeah.
The Rangers used to sign everyone. There was no salary cap.
Yep.
They were shit.
I still think number one on every guy's list is winning. So when you're Vegas and you are winning, or you're Florida and you are winning, or you're Dallas, LA's not a good example because it's taxes.
Why isn't everyone racing to Edmonton then?
Pardon me?
Why isn't everyone racing to Edmonton?
Well, I don't think Edmonton's a desirable market at all.
Well, holy flip. Is that not just proving the whole fucking point?
So are we talking about haves or have-nots, or Rasmus not wanting to go to Edmonton? Like, what are we?
Well, I'm confused by your take on it. My question at the start was, is this a concern for the league that teams won't even make a trade for a guy because they know they can't sign him because he wants to go to
I don't think that's exactly what happened here. I don't think you get that far down the road negotiating with a player as the only team that has rights to negotiate with him, and then all of a sudden he says, I'm not going to sign. Like, something happened here. That's the only thing that explains it.
Is that not the whole point of what I'm saying?
Like, they were this close to getting Rasmus signed is kind of my point. I don't think it was impossible for the Bruins. It just didn't happen. And Vegas will pay a higher price for a, quote, rental because they're confident they're going to sign the guy.
Which again is
Yeah.
When I think
And then they're out of cap space.
I think it's almost the flip side, whereas Vegas knows they don't have to spend as much.
They don't have to
trade
give
for
them as
guys
much.
because they're going to get them anyway.
So Rasmus wants 10 from Sweeney and the Bruins, and I'll take 7.5 or 8 here.
sounded like it was close at 8 times 8.75. So I'd expect the number to be similar in Vegas, maybe a touch less because of the taxes. But like the Vegas Golden Knights offered the most as a rental to Craig Conroy. That's why he traded him there. So they literally offered more as a rental. And we just talked about why.
Well, and
'cause they're
again,
confident they're going to sign.
yeah. So the point off the start was that once it became clear that Rasmus wasn't signing an extension,
Mhm.
teams are like, well,
The offers.
I'll give you
reduced.
this,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be close to what the offer was a minute ago,
Right.
or probably to
Mhm.
what other teams are offering you. So
Yeah.
should I hang up the phone now? I guess I'll hang up the phone now.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, even though, because we talked about it the other night, Vegas knows they're going to get the player anyway,
Mhm.
so they don't need to give a ton. It's still a first and a player. Now the player is someone that they signed as a free agent, and the incoming player is going to take his spot. So it's not like they actually lose much.
No, but it doesn't really matter where they got the guy. Like it's the return for Craig is the return. You got a first, a second that could become a first in an unlikely scenario that they're the best out of 32 teams this year. You got a prospect that probably plays games. We don't know if he gets to the NHL or not. And you got a guy that's a 4-5. It's certainly a 4 for them right now. That's a nice return for a rental.
Yeah.
It's just not a rental.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.